Last time on You Had Me at Bigfoot. Everybody say something that appeals to the liberal audience.
Redistribute the wealth of the 1%.
I'm with her.
I vape and dudes.
The liberals aren't really, they're not real. Okay.
I think it's unfair that we're only giving 70% Bigfoots to the female paranormal.
911, what's your emergency? Yeah, this is Hank on Old Gray Road. What is it this time, Hank? It's the Bigfoot again. He's back. He's just standing there.
You're listening to You Had Me at Bigfoot with your hosts, Tom. We're an equal opportunity show here. Yeah. And Dustin.
Like that time I told you I was gay.
Joined in the studio, as always, by Ryan.
Does this have anything to do with Lord Yondu?
And Jim.
I have so many restraining orders against me from dudes.
Remember to check out our Twitter at You Had Me Podcast. Find us on YouTube, You Had Me at Bigfoot Podcast, or on our website, www.youhadmeatbigfoot.com. This guy, Kurt Eichenwald, who has me blocked on Twitter, but he holds up this printed out article and he took a picture of it for somebody saying, oh, well, check this out. And he's like pointing at it. And then in the background, you can see his desktop, you can see his monitor, and he has tentacle porn open on it.
What is tentacle porn?
It's like anime, but they draw like tentacles going into these, underage anime girls.
It's hentai.
Yeah, I know all about it, man.
Yeah,
I know
what you're
doing.
All about
you don't have to describe it.
I was talking to Dustin.
No, I want you to. I keep going.
What's that squishing noise over there?
You have got to be careful when you take pictures of your computer screen and send it to people. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like me when I accidentally sent the picture of my screensaver, which had me in a giant hat.
We all know about that one too.
That's your picture for the website. Like when people go on the website, it shows you sitting there with your monitor, and it's a picture of you as the desktop with the cowboy hat.
Nobody loves themselves more than you do.
Because James, I had posted the picture of James with the cowboy hat on, and he was like, "Oh man, can you change it to something that's not quite as stupid?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And he sends me the picture of him with the studio equipment, and then I cropped the picture of him with the cowboy hat on as the desktop. Oh man. Slenderman. So.
Oh yeah,
So. Kurt Eichenwald, does he, in fact, look at tentacle porn?
Yeah, he asks his family to look at it with him.
That's true.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
did do that.
tweeted. He tweeted. What do you do when you? What is the action?
Wait.
How many tentacles do you think you could take?
From what type of animal?
What if aliens have tentacles and that's what they probe you with?
What if the Slenderman is an alien?
Yes.
Okay, so going back to the Slenderman, I have to, admittedly, I got to tell you, I know nothing about it.
He's
well,
I looked up on the internet. There's no, I know nothing. All I know is there was some memes about it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Thomas,
That's
when is
perfect.
Slenderman for Halloween?
I did go as Slenderman one year for Halloween when I was in fact a Slender Man.
I'm gonna need full. I need to be briefed on this topic. It'll probably help the audience too, I guess, to tell us in case they don't know. Yeah, to all our one listeners.
My mom.
One guy that's listening. Okay, so go ahead. Go.
So Slenderman.
Wait.
I like how when you pronounce Slenderman, you pronounce it like it's his last name. So this Slenderman guy.
Slenderman. If there's a man at the end of somebody's name, I always change it to Min, M-I-N, instead of...
Okay, so Slenderman, if you're out in the woods and you are hunting...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I was just totally
You
trying to
kept
ignore
going.
you.
I was like, did I call, hello?
I know you're on the air.
I need you to tell the story along with this.
So there I was in Hope County, hunting the Slenderman. And one thing led to another. I ran into John Slenderman out in the woods. He had antlers.
Kind of erotic.
He was half man, half deer, and half tree.
Partial octopus.
Part octopus. Kurt Eichenwald was masturbating to him. That's how like all my stories go. They start out real strong and then they end talking about somebody masturbating about something gross. All right, James, I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
You asked the question today. You're the host. The hostess with the host most. Bring on the question.
Sounds pretty gay to me.
Well, that's why I gave it to James.
Oh yeah, fair. No, go ahead, Jim. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. If you lived next door to Mr. Slenderman, do you think, would you ask him to borrow a cup of sugar?
To borrow a cup of
No,
Slender.
that's not it. I just wanted to say something and pronounce his name like a...
I like the idea of if you live next to a Mr. Slenderman. If Mr. Slenderman is your high school literature teacher.
He's a wood shop.
And he asked you to stay after class to go over some test answers. How many fingers do you think?
Here's the true question. Do you think that the Slenderman and John Podesta are the one and same?
Yeah. Well, they have
Think
the
about
same
the
MO.
long fingers of John Podesta.
His fingers look like dirty cigarettes.
I think he's the Slenderman.
Listen, can I ask a question? There's something I gotta know, guys. I gotta know what Slenderman is. I have no idea. All I know is the name is funny.
Because he doesn't know who the Slenderman is.
I don't even know. I just know his name is funny to me, Slenderman.
Let's for the rest of the episode refer to him as the Slenderman.
Anybody that dubs themselves with a man at the end of their name, I think that's like superhero-ish.
So here's the deal.
Villainish.
If you pronounce it Slender Man, you have to take a drink. If you pronounce it Slenderman, you don't have to. You're
Okay,
good.
so the Slender
Fair
Man.
enough.
Here we
All
go.
right. Well, I was just about to tell the story, but now I don't want to for fear of messing up and having to drink my vanilla Coke too quickly.
He wears a black suit. Could he be
The Slenderman.
in the Men in Black?
Like a bodysuit?
No, like a suit suit, like a
suit.
two-piece, jacket and pants and a tie.
He visits you in your dreams.
Oh,
or
he's
in the
dapper.
woods.
He's a dapper Slenderman.
He is. He's a very dapper Slenderman.
In the woods.
Yeah, and he lives in the woods too. So wearing a suit is
Well, that
not at
makes
all
no
practical.
sense. That's ridiculous. Why would you wear a suit and live in the woods?
You're gonna have to ask the Slenderman.
It's ridiculous. He's dressed up in a suit.
All right. Well, let's do that. Let's talk about. Well, let's start it out like this. All right. We need to talk about what's been happening. All right. Because we've been gone a long time, and our fan is interested in what happened.
I thought that one fan quit.
Our zero fan is curious.
Last I heard, the one fan we had quit.
Listen, we have 23 subscribers on YouTube.
Shit, fire.
we are moving up in the world.
When do the royalties
That's
start
pretty
coming
amazing,
in?
actually.
I haven't got paid in a while.
Well, you're gonna have to talk to Slenderman over in accounting.
Give old Slenderman a call in HR.
Figure out what Todd Slenderman is doing.
Do you think the Slenderman is a demon?
Do I think the Slenderman
Hold on,
is a demon?
let's take it
We
back.
still gotta wait until
Yeah.
V knows
Well,
what
Yeah, you
Slenderman is.
you still gotta brief me on all that. I don't even know.
Let's start off
Okay,
with
this is what I know.
this.
This is what I know. I know Slenderman doesn't have a face.
No face.
He wears a suit. He wears a suit for some reason.
Black
and he lives in
suit.
the forest, which makes no sense whatsoever. And then he has long fingers.
Long fingers. He
That's
can,
what I know.
girls
That's
like
what I
him.
know. Oh, I read that he terrorizes children, and there was a murder pertaining to him recently.
And we're going to talk about that. That's going to be that's why we're talking about him today.
But the Slenderman is not real. He's not real. He was made up in 2007.
Well, let's find out what's been going on with V first before we talk about the Slenderman. I'm stalling.
Slenderman.
V, what have you been up to lately?
You know, just hanging out. You know, Googling myself. You ever Google yourself?
I have Googled myself, and I don't like what I find.
It's pictures, sexy pictures of Dustin.com.
All right, so let's talk about this Slenderman.
All right, Slenderman. Are we not going to talk about what James has been up to?
No, we don't care what he's up to.
Yes. Yeah,
James
we've
is
been doing
probably
stuff,
the one
you know.
that's been up to the most out of any of us. James actually had a kid.
I can't what?
Yeah, his kid was born. Remember how we were always picking on him about his
did?
ex-wife? And
Yeah.
remember how he was
James,
always
you have a
picking on him?
bastard?
No, it's a legitimate child. He's actually married to this girl, and this
What?
one he's got probably
That's
other
news to
children
me.
from illegitimate relationships, but this one
have
is
bastards,
his
just not-
legitimate child. That
Yeah, I can actually. There's actually a song that kind of sums up her having a baby. You want to hear it?
yeah, of course, been ready.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam, bam, Black Betty in town, bam, 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 gone wild.
Is that the song that best describes your newfound offspring?
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that's a lot. You've been up to a lot. And the last time I heard from you, I don't think you were married yet. So it feels like ages ago.
Are you
No, I
married
was
now?
married.
He's been
No,
married. Yeah,
since-
he's been married since. I mean, he was.
We've just been separated.
No, listen,
Are you
guys.
back together?
Listen, guys. Here's how it went down. We filmed a show, or we recorded a show. He got married. He got separated. And then we filmed another show. Like, it all happened between the Wendigo episode and the Ouija episode. Like, it happened
I
within that
see,
2
I
weeks
see.
span.
So are you actively married right now?
He is still married, yeah.
Is she in your house?
No. But several of the mistakes are still with me, like the dog that we got together.
He has a poodle.
Man, I don't know what to say about all that. You guys and your families, man, that is just ridiculous.
V's out there just living the good life.
Yeah.
Banging trannies and...
I don't even.
You know.
I'm jealous.
No, that was
V.
also me.
Have you ever had sex with a midget?
Yeah, that sounds awful. that just sounds awful.
I want to have sex with a midget. I think.
No, I don't think he heard you. I think he was referring to the family life. Did you ever have sex with a midget, V?
It's possible. Well, define midget.
Well, she's got to be shorter than you, so I mean, there's probably like a couple of them out there, right?
Yeah,
V's got to
Yeah,
be
probably.
taller than me. How tall are you?
yeah
V?
maybe. 5'5".
Oh yeah, remember that's the same height. No, thanks. I'm happy. I'm happy.
No, I think a midget, and let's be honest here. That's not the right nomenclature. They prefer little people.
That's what I like to be
Little
called.
people.
They prefer vertically hilarious. Is
I
what
like
they
to be
prefer.
called a little person.
Vertically hilarious. That's good. That's a good one. It's gold, man. Vertically hilarious.
Vertically hilarious. The Slender Man, however, is not vertically. Oh yeah, he is not
Slenderman.
vertically
Slenderman.
hilarious. The Slenderman is about 7 to 8 foot tall.
All right, so let's talk about the Slenderman. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Who knows the most about the Slenderman? I would argue to say that James probably knows the most about the Slenderman. Have you beaten the Slenderman games?
There's a game.
I beat the original one. I can't get past the first part in the Slenderman Origin, which is like the full AAA game that they came out with that kind of sucked. Because in the beginning, they don't give you a flashlight, and it gets dark super quick, and when it gets dark, it gets pitch black. And it's just impossible.
Is there voice acting and CGI and all that?
I think there is, yeah. I actually don't know. I don't think it's AAA. It's an indie game, but it's like a full-on. Like they tried to make a full-on, full-length game of it, and it kind of sucked. But I mean, do you want me to tell what I know about it from just my experience? Or?
I do. I want to know. I just want to know, like, aside from the fact that he wears a suit and lives in the forest.
Let's talk about who is the Slenderman. Let's describe the Slenderman. James, go ahead and start, and we'll jump in.
I mean, I've got an article pulled up, the story of the Slenderman, the internet's own monster, by John Briggs.
Can you just do it in kind of like a
Summarize.
Cliff Notes?
Summarize.
Yeah, there we go. Let's stick with the Cliff Notes.
I'll just tell what I know about it from years of watching Let's Plays and stuff. So apparently it all started. There's this. What was the name of the original story, Thomas?
I don't remember what the original story was called, but it was a creepypasta, is what the term is for what the Slenderman story was. It was a creepypasta.
I know about that. I know what we're talking about now.
It was on Something Awful forums under a thread called Create Paranormal Images. They were what was the original? Like they were filming a movie. Or the story is like these guys were filming a movie out in the woods, and the director of the movie. So you can relate to this. The director of the movie, he kept seeing this guy just kind of watching him from the distance, and the dude just followed him everywhere. Like he was always just looking in windows at him, and then like he'd turn a corner and the dude would just be standing there.
Like a creeper, huh?
Yeah. And it all kind of, I guess it just escalated into this big story about this guy who lives in the woods, this really tall guy who wears a suit, and he's got tentacles coming out of his back. I don't know when that came to be a thing.
That's something that came along later, I think.
Yeah, but it kind of blew up when someone made a game, just like this. It's a game that spawned an entire genre of games on the internet. Where you're just alone in the woods and you have to find these 8 pages that are just kind of scribbled on, like different things like he's watching me and stuff like that. And you got to find 8 pages while you're being stalked by the Slenderman. And you can't look at him for too long, otherwise you die. And he'll just kind of follow you around. Like if you turn around, like you can just be walking through the woods, and he'll just like be standing there behind a tree looking at you, and you have to look away really quick. But that's kind of the original game where it kind of blew up from. And now they're turning it into a movie, which looks like it sucks.
Yeah, it probably will suck. I pretty much guarantee that. Unless it's spelled Slenderman.
You know what's funny?
Then I'd go see it just based on that.
If you go on Wikipedia and you look up Slenderman, dang it.
Drink.
Well, see, I screwed myself because I'm looking at the article right now, but it says, if you look it up, even if you type it 1 word or 2 words, it says the Slender Man, also known as Slenderman. Like it has both. I'll drink twice because I said it twice, but for the sake of the show, I said it the second time. So I would like to hold that as a, over anyone else's head later.
But look, here's the key to all this. He was created by a man named Eric Knudsen. He was created. Knudsen. He's fake. Knudsen. He's fake.
Yeah, so that's the biggest takeaway is that the Slenderman is actually fake. Like the Slenderman, like as we know him to be, is fake. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which
We'll
begs
explain
the
the
question.
pictures.
Why are we doing a subject on the Slenderman? He's a fakie. We know one.
Wait a second. Okay, so if he's fake, though, I swear I read something about somebody dying. I read there was a murder involving the Slenderman. Or something revolving around the Slenderman.
He's fake, but the effect he's had on people is very real. Like there were a couple of girls that took someone out into the woods. They were.
It was in
they were obsessed with
Waukesha.
the Slenderman.
It was in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Just
Waukesha is how.
That's not a.
Come on, Slenderman.
There's no way that's a real place.
I'm sorry. I'm not from that area.
Waukesha.
Well, that does sound like a Native American, or excuse me, Indian term. So I don't blame you.
What? So why?
But yeah, so that's the thing is like go ahead. Actually, Dustin, you were talking about it. I don't want to stomp on your
Bing bong.
here.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I mean,
I do.
there was a 12-year-old girl that was nearly fatally stabbed over this whole Slenderman thing, and I don't understand why. But this little bitch is crazy, and she just got sentenced to like life in prison. Or
Yeah, how many
something.
times did she stab this girl?
Like 12 times.
What?
Yeah,
How old was the?
It was like a 12-year-old girl.
The, assaulter. What do you call that?
The assaulter that did the assaulting.
Yeah, the person that assaulted.
She's like 12.
So a 12-year-old assaulted another 12-year-old.
Yeah, and she stabbed her like 12 times.
Yeah.
Which is
What?
no, I'm sorry, 19 times. She stabbed her 19 times.
It was two girls that stabbed another girl.
Well, I think the other girl
What?
didn't the other girl just hang out?
What?
Yeah, I got you.
Says
Let me break it down for you. On May 31st of 2014 in Waukesha,
There you go.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Waukesha.
Waukesha.
In Wikipedia, Wisconsin.
Well, there's two 12-year-olds, Anissa Weir and Morgan Geyser, that took their friend Peyton into the woods and stabbed her 19 times, trying to impress Slenderman. Now, here's the crazy thing, V. That little girl got stabbed 19 times.
And she didn't die.
She didn't die, and she crawled to the road where they found her and was able to get her help.
And you wonder why the wage gap exists, right?
The one female, the Weir, she was sentenced to 25.
19 times? That's ridiculous.
The one girl was sentenced to 25 years in a mental institute. The other girl was sentenced to 40 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But that's like, just kids, man. It's not like it wasn't like an adult that
they
went
were
out and
kids.
stabbed somebody. It was a kid that was influenced by this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's wow. That's kind of mind blowing, to be honest.
The chick who went to the banana house, she actually told her psychiatrist that she talked with Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, and if you're ever gonna if you do something stupid, right? If you're, and I'm gonna give you a little tip, all right? And this is for just you guys. Anyone at home, don't listen to this advice. But if you're ever gonna commit a crime, do something really stupid right along with it, so that you can play the card of, oh, I'm crazy, right? So that when you get to jail, or when you get to court, they're like, well, he also shit his pants.
I already said
and ate it. You know what I mean?
If I ever break the law in the courtroom, I'm going to eat my own shit.
Just don't
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but this chick, she talked to the Ninja Turtles, and that's how she got out of it.
No, but what's so crazy about it is that this dude's the Slenderman is
he's over there holding the bottle anyways.
He's fake. You know what I'm saying? So what were they trying? I don't know, man.
This is just simply life imitating art is what it was.
Yeah,
and that kid, that girl, who I had actually just read something about where this girl who did it. I'm thinking of the girl who was actually from Cincinnati, from here. She had actually tried to stab her mom, and she was into writing a lot of creepypasta, some of which actually had the Slenderman in it. And the mom actually believed that the Slenderman had affected, that was the reason for the attack.
Compelled her to attack her mom.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Jamis, are you still there even?
I'm not a buddy.
Yeah, I was trying to find the name of that movie that I was thinking of earlier. It's called Marble Hornets.
Marble Hornets.
Is it the one about Slenderman?
Yeah, well, it's called Always Watching a Marble Hornets Story, and it's one of the first kind of film adaptations of Slenderman.
Drink.
Drink your
man,
Pepsi.
let me drink my vanilla Coke.
Good one. Yeah.
Oh man. So what did we learn today? So what do we give the Slenderman? 0 Bigfoots?
One-
Yeah, zero. I'd give it a Bigfoot,
look,
man.
but honestly, you have to give him his credit because he's had almost as much impact on
As really anything else
society
that we've talked
as
about.
anything else that
Oh
we've
yeah,
talked
that's a good
about.
point.
So,
Wow, Dustin coming in hot with the good point.
buddy, when I'm drinking, when I've been
Solid
drinking, it
point,
comes
brother.
on
When
thick.
you're not drinking, you're like, 3 fingers, ha ha ha, and then like now you're like a philosophical genius. We need to get you drunk more often.
Seriously though,
Like all of us are dumbfounded by that.
if you think about what his contributions to society has been compared to other cryptozoology,
Like Bigfoot.
like Bigfoot,
Has Bigfoot
Has
ever caused
Bigfoot ever
anyone to
caused a
kill?
murder?
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
you know,
He's right.
so
It's true.
I know
Isn't
it's
that kind of
crazy.
makes that shit?
It's crazy. Dustin has a point.
All it took was to get Dustin drunk to get him to,
Didn't I make that same exact point earlier when you guys said he wasn't real? I said he's not real, but the
Hold on,
effect
guys.
he's
I'm
had on
looking at
people is
Dustin's
real.
notes here. I'm seeing he wrote down. He wrote down
Jameis said,
in quotation mark. That exact thing.
I'm going to
And he
steal
wrote
this from
James at the
Jameis.
bottom. he even drew a picture of James right next to it.
And you kind of look like Salvador Dali. But the Slenderman's bullshit. But it's not bullshit because
So let's plug the movie.
I don't know-
Slenderman coming out to theaters in 2018, right?
man, that guy's gonna make a lot of money off that.
There actually is a movie. You're serious?
Yeah, there is.
That was ridiculous.
And that's the
Is
thing,
Kevin
like-
Spacey in it. Kevin Spacey.
No,
Slenderman.
Nicolas Cage is probably going to be in it. He's in everything.
Gotta be. Yeah. Okay. Here's a question.
Morgan
Who would you
Freeman.
cast
Morgan
as
Freeman's
Slenderman?
in everything.
John Podesta.
We've come full circle. We're back to John Podesta.
Gotta come original. Come original. Now you got to come original.
I'm
I remember
happy.
this one time I was stationed in Japan, and I bought this knife for.
I'm happy.
Vertically hilarious.
We've all done it. Now we're all good. We're all
But
good.
does it make
Tom
sense?
is vertically hilarious when he lays on his back.
My John Podesta.
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot tall still. I don't know what you're talking about.
My John Podesta.
6 foot
It
long.
makes sense. He's Slenderman.
So who would you cast as the Slenderman?
Who would we cast as Slenderman? John Podesta is Dustin's choice. What is your choice, James? Who would you choose to cast as the Slenderman? Is that really your choice, Dustin? Who would you cast as the Slenderman?
Does it have to be an actor?
Sure. No, well, we'll say whoever. Go
Oh,
ahead.
John Podesta
Okay,
for
John
sure.
Podesta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wee Man.
Wee man.
I'll tell you who I'm going with. I'm going with Donald Sutherland.
Really?
Yeah, Donald Sutherland. Totally.
I would go with the guy who, oh man. I put you guys on the spot,
No.
but then as soon as it came to me, I'm like, you guys put me on the spot here. What's going on?
Who's the guy that plays the warden? He plays the warden in The Longest Yard. Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
that dude does look like this.
He would
Isn't
be
he
a
dead?
good- maybe.
Isn't that George H.W. Bush?
He does play George H.W. Bush in the movie.
Whoa, hey,
W.
too
In the movie
soon.
movie.
His wife just died.
Jameis.
Yes.
On a scale of Bigfoot's 1 to 5, tell me what you think about Slenderman. 1 to 5 Bigfoots.
I give it 4.
Tell me why,
That's
please.
a lot of Bigfoots.
Because it's not 5 because he's not real, but it's 4 because he's this generation's boogeyman.
Oh.
I like it. Okay, what about you, V?
Well, I give it 0 Bigfoots because I'm still at a loss. I don't really even understand. The whole concept is like mind-boggling to me. Like he wears a suit, but he's out in the forest. That's ridiculous. Who does that, man? He's got to dress up nice to go hang out in the forest and scare people. There's nothing scary about a man wearing a suit.
Except Hitman.
Well, yeah, that's a little different.
What about lawyers or
We know
the
he's
IRS?
The tax man is coming for me. I'm getting audited this year.
I don't make any money that's taxable, so neither do you.
Me
V.
neither.
I was gonna say, I know for a fact you don't.
It's a rough life you guys
Tax time
live.
comes around, and I'm like, what's that?
Rough life.
Taxes.
I didn't
don't
make
do
any money
taxes.
this year. What are you talking about?
So Tom, one to five Bigfoots.
I
One
give.
to five Bigfoots.
Just taxes.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, next thing we know, for the next episode, we're like, hey, we'd like to send our condolences to V, who is now in jail for tax fraud. But
Oh my god.
I give the Slenderman 5 Bigfoots.
Why?
That dude is real as fuck. That dude is like, I met him.
That's the most.
Hang out.
He's my
Donald
dude.
Sutherland.
He's my dog.
Sutherland.
I would actually, you know who I would have play the Slenderman?
Who?
I would have Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's a good one.
Benedict. I don't know who that is.
Cumbersnatch,
Here, you
dude.
get a refill.
I do.
I would have Arlie Ermy play him.
Thank you.
Engelbert
Well, I got some news for you,
Humperdinck.
James. I got some bad news.
Dude, we've almost filled this entire bottle.
No, that's $80 down the tube. You're like, oh, so earlier I brought out this fine Scotch whiskey that I really like, but it was like $80 for the bottle, and I brought it out and I poured Dustin a little sip to try it, because sometimes I'll be honest, when we do the show, Dustin will take a sip and then he'll drink Coke for the rest of the episode. Meanwhile, I'm chugging Scotch whiskey for the rest of the episode. But but today we both just started drinking this really expensive Scotch. Well, not expensive, but $80 Scotch whiskey, and we were drinking.
I mean, let's be honest. $80 is expensive for all of us.
But
We can
I'm
keep defining it as expensive.
for our fan out there who's making like $100,000 a year or whatever. But we
Kudos.
drank like half
Kudos
of
to
this
our fan.
bottle of $80 Scotch whiskey, and he's like, dude, we're drunk. He like put his hand over, not even the microphone. He put his hand over the Coke can that he has open over there, and thinking it was the microphone. He's like, dude, we're drunk. We need to switch to something cheaper. And I go over and I grab an equally expensive bottle of liquor, and I brought it over.
Yeah,
And
I
now
thought
we've
you were going
almost
to bring
finished
that
it.
other shit over. You brought over this shit
He
that's
thought I was going to bring over the old Ironsides or whatever we were drinking the one time that tastes like bathroom cleaner. or
whatever. But this shit's almost gone now.
Yeah, we're almost done with this other bottle, but it's okay. I'll buy more.
Sounds delicious.
It's Lefroy. This episode is brought to you in part by Lefroy.
You can own a piece of Scotland too.
And
Own
Donald
your own
Sutherland.
1 square foot. And Benedict Cumberbatch, the new Slenderman.
You're gonna have a hell of a time editing
Starring.
this episode.
I'm not even going to edit this episode. I'm just going to
Fucking
upload
let it go,
as
man.
is.
Benedict Slenderman.
Benedict Slumberman. Slumber party.
So, do you want to know what I think about Slenderman?
I do. I want to hear what you think about it.
Absolutely.
So, what I said about the Slenderman is this: he's fake, but he's had more impact on society. God, I'm drunk, dude.
He didn't even finish this train of thought. What did James say earlier?
Yeah, just tell us what James
James, I give it a 4. I give it a 4.
And I'll tell you why. He's had more impact. That's what
more-
you said earlier. which
He's
was
had
what
more
you said
impact.
earlier.
Oh, my fuzzy thing came off my microphone.
You're breaking equipment over here.
He's had
You
more.
know who I would have play Slenderman?
Who?
Drink your vanilla Coke.
Slenderman.
Slenderman.
I think Javier Bote.
Oh man, he would be good too.
You know who I think I'd have play
who was that?
Slenderman?
Are you sure you don't mean Javier Bardem?
That's the one I'm thinking of.
You know who I'd have play
No,
Slenderman?
I'm thinking of Botet.
You know who
I
I'd
don't know who
have
that
play
is.
Slenderman?
Well, let me tell you what else he's been in.
Dustin's
Tell me
over
the
here still
movies.
trying to pitch his Slenderman.
You know
And
who
he was
I,
looking at me like I turned around. He was making eye contact with the back of my head.
you know who I would have play Slenderman? Somebody say who?
Ooh,
Javier Bodeman.
Javier Cumberbatch, Slumber Party.
Slumber Party. Javier Slumber Party.
So, James, do you have let me ask you this, James. Do you have a song about the Slenderman?
We need a song.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us a
Ready?
song about the Slenderman.
A little bit of an intro.
How long is this intro?
It's like 5 minutes. It's a guitar solo.
You ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
been ready. Yep.
I have to block out thoughts of you.
What is this, Freebird?
Drop back little reels of tape to remind me that you want things. Playing movies in my head that make me wanna touch myself.
Have
Was
you
that,
ever been
some Blue
touched
October?
by a Slenderman?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, like 100%.
Hate me tomorrow.
A buddy of mine, a Fetusberry Crunch from Nothing in Particular podcast. These are all real words that I'm saying right now. The guy's name, his name is Fetusberry Crunch. He's actually a good friend of mine on Twitter. He's among the circle. He actually retweets a lot of our stuff.
Yeah.
He has a podcast called Nothing in Particular Podcast, and it's on iTunes. So I just gave him a little plug there. But that picture that I posted of you just now coming out of the haunted room, and I wrote Dustin coming out of the closet. He retweeted that, and he wrote "Big Day, so proud."
I came out of the closet today, guys.
Yeah, plug another podcast, man.
No, so what? Jamis, do you have an actual song about the Slenderman? Do you have a song about John Slenderman? What? Oh, here we got a song.
Sing the song, Jameis.
Been ready.
Oh, you guys are listening?
Yeah, we're
You should go on American
Can you do that
Idol.
all right?
Have you ever been touched by a Slenderman?
Oh, Dustin, he's been touched by everything in the butt.
Yeah.
V instantly agrees.
Yes, without hesitation.
Oh, okay, let's listen. Been ready.
Well, I needed some sugar, so I thought I would go to my neighbor to ask for the stuff. When I got to the door, he was already there, just looking at me. With his big tentacle hanging over his shoulder, he said, nothing, doesn't talk at all.
Amen.
He just looked at me, and then I saw some blurry snow, like on TV. Then he took off his mask and said, hey, I used to be a political consultant for the
Don Podesta.
chief of staff to Bill Clinton.
Secretary of State.
Or maybe more recently, as the campaign chairman for the campaign for his wife. You know me, 'cause I've already been asking to babysit your newborn son. Don't trust you, Slenderman.
Also known as Slenderman.
Drink.
Can you write a song about me?
Yeah.
Sing it, son.
It'll be a
Sing
rap
it.
too.
Oh,
Sing
let's
it.
hear a rap.
Sport bodybuilder, don't question me, man, cause that I'd have to kill you. Ain't got no time for your shit, man, cause I'm busy. Thinking about the paranormal, man, I'll make it crazy. Just walked out of a haunted room in the city. You never seen a ghost, though, must be hiding from me. Call me Clark, call me B, just don't call me easy. I bust you up like Carly Rae when she calls me lady. I spend my days with the criminals in the gen pop, busting heads, cracking skulls as they beg me, please stop. I ain't never gonna come back down.
I liked it, man.
We can edit that in post, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
You made me sound like a badass, and I like it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's good.
I liked it.
I liked
The part where, like, before you started singing, I liked it.
I like the part when you said that I have an 8-foot dick, don't fuck with me.
I gotta go so I can put the seat down before I pee.
My son uses a potty training toilet seat.
I like to eat 48
Broccoli.
pounds of meat.
Well, don't ask me,
Yeah,
ask
you
John
have a good
Wayne.
graphic.
He died with 12 pounds of meat inside of him.
That doesn't even rhyme.
Did he really, though?
Yeah, he did, for real.
All right, let me close it out with the real Slenderman song.
What?
look at that.
What kind of song?
Yeah. Slenderman. Benedict Slumber Party. I think it's good.
I think I gotta pee
I
again.
like it.
So go put the seat down and take a piss.
I'm good.
All right, James, I guess you got more time to work on your... He's going to the ghost room to take a piss. There's no toilets back there. I gotta warn him. Whatever.
Oh, man.
I was walking through the woods, trying to find the connection. History won't remember me because I only found like 3. Before I knew it, I was being stalked through the trees. I saw a guy in a suit and some tentacles. Pleases me. They call me Harvey. I can walk. 'Cause I like them in the fall. And I show my family what tentacle porn is all about. My Twitter account says that I had like 3 jobs. Then again, I just found out I got fired from all 3. Now I just have this book that I probably didn't write.
Is this a song about Dustin or a song about Kurt Eichenwald?
I mixed up Kurt and Harvey Weinstein.
I thought you were supposed to be singing a song about... Well, first of all, I thought you should have been singing a song about Slenderman. And then, second of all, I thought you were going to be singing a song about Dustin.
Yeah, it didn't
And then it
happen.
turned out to be a song about Kurt Eichenwald and Harvey Weinstein for some reason, which nobody mentioned.
Novel about Harvey Weinstein and Kurt Eichenwald.
Hey, all I'm saying is I thought we were the one drinking.
Yeah. What's going on here, James?
going
What's in
on?
that vanilla Coke?
Not alcohol. That's why I suck. I was drunk every time.
Oh, man. What the hell
All right,
were
let
we
me
even
try
talking
and
about?
repeat myself. We can edit this in post, right?
Slenderman.
And if you see them, then they will just eat. This time I'm sitting down. I'm gonna play a game. I heard about this guy named Slenderman.
Slenderman.
He wants me to find his pain. any good, 'cause he kills children.
But that's not true.
They always wander out too far before they go missing.
Kids kill kids
19 times.
in the chest,
And the butt.
in the boobs.
This is a story
Oh, it's picking up.
about a Slenderman.
He is kind
A
of
what?
fake.
Drink, bitch.
Emphasis on slender, 'cause he's super tall and slender.
Mike Pence thinks God talks to him all the time.
Who wears a suit in the woods?
Slenderman.
Have you ever been in the woods in the summer?
Children as they try to find the anything.
And he's got 2 antlers.
Cause she's in your crotch.
And he's a Wendigo.
And he plays the Ouija board.
And he does a do-it-yourself.
And he likes...
You were supposed to say exorcism.
I especially liked your ad libs, so. It seemed appropriate.
Tune in next time for all your Wendigo sex scandal gossip needs on You Had Me at Bigfoot.